media. Belarus, I always say that wrong.
Belarus.
There we go. Belarus to introduce education income requirements to invest in ICOs and crypto. Again, people, this story is ridiculous. Granted, it's happening in Belarus, so it's not affecting the whole world. Of course, it's affecting some people in Europe. But as we always say, this is going to set the precedent. A source close to the National Bank of the Republic of Belarus recently revealed that the bank is considering strict requirements for investing in ICOs. Additionally, a similar regulatory framework is planned for crypto exchanges. Local IT media outlet Dev.by reports Tuesday. I hope this is false, but they're basically saying the regulators are proposing limiting ICOs investments to qualified investors in order to minimize the risk of common investors losing their money. They're doing this for you. But basically, their qualified investors must fulfill 2 of 4 criteria. One of which is an individual may become qualified if they have relevant education and work experience. And basically they said that education and work experience has to be in the industry where right now there is a very small amount of people who have that experience. Even the people who are the regulators don't have that experience. So for them to even put that into writing is ridiculous. And then for the other 2 is, the qualified investor parts for your finances. They say you need to have at least $20,000 minimum dollars in annual income or a $50,000 minimum savings. And just to give you a frame of reference of how much that is to their country, their annual household income per capita was $3,478, people. So they want you to have at least $20,000 minimum that you make or $50,000 minimum in your savings, when on average people only make $3,400 some dollars a year. That's kind of the same thing with the United States, saying
about the same rate, about
the same ratio,
6 times what most people make. About
the United States is saying, well, you need to have either $1 million net worth or you need to make $200,000 a year. Which is pretty ridiculous, especially for us crypto people. If you're full time in crypto, nobody's in a rush to prove they make $200,000 a year.
And
so
why are you tracking my dollars?
Right. And again, this kind of goes back to just that first story with the Winklevoss twins. Like, they are literally creating rules out of thin air. We mentioned it the other day. If you go to our Instagram, one of the first 2 posts we have is when we did the Civic Key ICO live to show people, how to sign up for ICOs and do all that good stuff and experience it. And that was last year. And literally within a year, people, it wasn't even a year. After we did it, I think it was like a few months after. It was a few months after we did that, they came up with these rules out the blue in the United States. And it's just like, we successfully did ICO. We may or may not have made money on it. We showed people how to do it. We actually made Civic Key an altcoin. One of the altcoins we buy, that thing did some good numbers on it as well, a good return. So we've experienced it and proven that, hey, you don't need to have all these requirements that you all say. But literally the United States comes out of the blue and says, well, actually you do.
For your protection.
Or you'll go to jail.
Yeah.
Again, if you didn't have the military or police, no one would care. But since you do, and since we have so many people in the, especially in this country, a part of the diddly game, and just are ready to follow like blindly about what the government says, we can't invest in ICOs publicly anymore or privately because it's illegal. So it's just one of those things where it's ridiculous, and it looks like Belarus is doing it next. And again, this is just the beginning, people. This is just the beginning, and the only way I feel like it's going to stop is if what happens in South Korea happens, where you start getting these signatures, you start getting people fighting back, you start getting the tar and feather.
And like I said, the pushback has to come from a social standpoint when economically it makes sense. Because right now, economically, it doesn't completely make sense for people to leave the cash because you still got to pay bills, still whatever.
Right.
But socially, if everybody figures it out that they want to keep us poor for a reason, the only way to get rid of these people who have been killing us for my generation before us, the only way to get rid of them, if you're not gonna go do anything violent, is economically. You're gonna have to withdraw from the current economic system, go into crypto, and once we have a lot of that technology in place and it's a lot easier, that's when we said 2018 is the pick a side year, because because literally all these regulations that have just come out in the last couple of months are forcing you to do that. It used to be ambiguous the last 2 or 3 years, like I can have 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I mean, even the exchanges, Coinbase, they all had 1 foot in, 1 foot out. We don't have KYC, but we do. You can take out as much as you want, but you can give us information. It's all kind of gray area. Until now, they're starting to introduce stuff. And Belarus, like we said, the reason we discuss these is because it becomes a pattern. Right. We say one small country, and then next thing you know, some big country.
Maybe we can do it the same way.
Every new law has a case study.
That's true. That's true.
Every single one. So they basically look at what worked, what didn't.
And to put this just literally in black and white terms, so you tell me, like here, I'm just talking here from the United States, and it looks like in Belarus soon, if this story is true. I mean, this is allegedly being reported, but you're telling me I will go to jail or prison, I will be put in the same room as other criminals, as murderers and rapists and pedophiles and all this, because I invested in an ICO.
Yeah.
Like, and I was doing it before you made the rules, but since you made the rules, I have to stop doing it.
Yeah.
Like, do you understand how crazy this is? And this
like,
is...
You don't even want them to ask you what you did. You were sitting in jail. Like,
I was just, I was investing in ICOs last year. Like,
I pushed send. I copied and pasted a bunch of words and letters and pushed send.
What's that movie with Morgan Freeman and everything? The classic prison movie. It'd be like that one guy who's in there doing
Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah, Shawshank. I'm in there doing taxes. I'll show you how to invest in ICOs in prison. Oh, well, he came on the yard and he showed everybody how to invest in ICOs. The warden loved him.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, come on, this is ridiculous, people. And again, the people who are making these rules are people like New York Attorney or ex-New York Attorney General Eric Schneiderman, who's out here backhanding females in this part-time and then trying to regulate ICOs and this, you know what I mean?
Yeah, going like, Paul Giamatti style.
this is literally, again, this is theft and this corruption at its finest.
Yep.
And I'm actually glad crypto is where it's at now as far as people watching these things and seeing this, because now you can see it like in front of you.
Yeah.
This isn't no conspiracy theory or this is a maybe or
possible. People.
No, this is what it is, people. It's like we have the proof that this is what was happening, and now they're just changing rules as they go without them, again, even this Belarus government even having any experience in crypto. They're telling people, well, you need to have education and experience to do it. Who's going to make the rules on education and experience? It's only 9 years old. We're going to say you need to be in since 2009?
Yeah, it's like those job applications for Bitcoin. It's like at least 10 years experience.
Right.
How?
Yeah.
How?
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, so.
Fight the power.
Yeah. Get out of here, Belarus.